Everybody has a story to tell. My husband got his job within 2 weeks of landing in Canada, and I know friends who got their full-time job opportunity even before landing in Canada. Like I said, everybody has a story, and today I'm going to share my story with you in today's video. Hi guys, my name is Akanksha, and if you are new to my channel, I make lifestyle content. I have recently moved to Canada with my husband a year ago. I know it's going to be a year in July, but I guess time really flies here. And today I'm going to talk about one of the controversial topics here in Canada. Everybody has a say about it. Some have good experience, some have bad experience, and some people are still figuring out just like me. And if you are watching my videos from quite some time, I have 5+ years of experience in recruitment, and when I left my job in India, I was doing pretty well. And that is what I thought about myself when I was coming to Canada. I'm going to be honest, I gave myself a lot of pep talk, and I was hopeful that I will get a job at least within 2 months of landing here, which clearly did not happen. I remember giving a lot of interviews, and I have spoken about it in my earlier video, which I will link down for you in the description below, so you can have a look at it. But I guess moving to Canada was a little more difficult than I anticipated. I remember giving a couple of interviews, and I was hoping to hear from them, but I did not. And after that, there were conversations around recession, and it was very difficult for me to even grab an interview with someone. And if there is anything that I've learned from this phase of my life, is to do anything to make it possible. I've tried to do things which are really out of my comfort zone, and I think they are working for me, and that is why I wanted to share those with you today. Recently, I got an opportunity to work with an organization wherein the employee was visiting her family in different countries, so I was kind of replacing her for some time. And the amount of learnings I had in this month was something I did not know about, because like you know, I'm new to the country, and a lot of things that happen here in even talent acquisition industry is way different than what I have learned in my past experiences. One of the first things that caught my attention here is the meaning of diversity. Back in the day, diversity often referred to factors like gender or differently abled people, but here diversity has a whole new meaning. It includes people from different backgrounds and ethnicities, and that creates a rich tapestry of talent and perspective. I was talking to one of my friends who is from TA, and she told me that the hiring here goes beyond in-house and campus recruitment. There are community-specific centers and there are trade-specific centers from where these people hire. In my past experiences, I have always worked on tech or non-tech roles, but here in Canada, even if you have to hire a driver, you need to have a particular process, and maybe you even need a license for that. And recently, I have got to know that there are hidden job markets in Canada, which I've recently started to tap into, wherein they do not even post their openings on platforms like LinkedIn, Monster, or Indeed. They have their internal websites. I got to know about it from a friend of mine who is working as a teacher here. She shared a link with me wherein a job opening was available, which was not even available on other social platforms. And when I tried to map my experience with that job description, it was suitable to the T. But guess what? It was nowhere to see on the social platforms. It was posted on her school education board, and that is how she referred me to this opening. Although I know they might have somebody internal to go for that posting, but I'm glad that I got to know about school education board. At least whenever the opportunity comes next, I can tap into it and apply for the job. So just like that, there are a lot of industries that we can tap into which are not tier 1 but equally good enough, and look for opportunities there. Next point is bittersweet, but if you do it, it's going to benefit you in the long run. I'm talking about license and certifications. If you do that, it's going to be very beneficial for you. Now, it is a fact that you cannot deny that you have come from a different country and your experience does not matter here. I have heard it for the 1,000 times, and I cannot tell you how it feels. So the best part is to do a certification which helps you get to know the laws and regulations of a particular country so that you can grab that job. And the next point that I am going to talk about is going to annoy a lot of people, but that is the sad truth. You have to tailor make your CV. For the first few months when I was here, I was applying to all the jobs from the single CV that I had, but shortly I got to know that most of the organization here use ATS, which means that all of your resumes are first selected by the automated system and then goes to the hiring manager. So you will need to tailor make all your CVs for all the job postings. Although it's going to be time consuming, but it is going to be very beneficial for you and myself. Another valuable lesson that I learned from my recent job is to apply to all sorts of jobs. Now they have full-time, part-time, and permanent job opportunities here, and you can apply to all of them, because that becomes the first step to your corporate ladder. I'll give you my personal example here. I was there with this organization for a month. I know 1 month looks like a short term, but it gave me a lot of knowledge about how to tap into industry, and that is what I'm sharing with you today. I made a lot of connections here. I spoke to different people from leadership who further introduced me to people from agency, and I am talking to them. So maybe in the upcoming videos you'll get to know from me that I actually utilize those connections to get a job. And the next point that I want to talk about is going to be difficult for me. I don't know about you. Dropping an email or text is not enough. You will have to go and meet people. It is nice and summary here. You will have to actually make that effort to meet people here because people love to interact face to face. So you will have to go on those coffee conversations because these are the times when you can have an actual conversation with people and talk about possible opportunities. And the last point that I want to talk about is the abundance of industries available in Canada. When I go on LinkedIn and I see a particular job opening, I see 700 plus people applying for a same opportunity. While if you will try to go to the website of equally renowned organizations, you will see the applications are almost 20 to 30. So what we can do is directly go to the website of the organization and apply there, because you never know, your chances of getting that job can increase by 10 times. While I see a lot of people sharing their experience after they have gotten the job, I felt I have to share my successes as well as my failures with you, because you never know, it can help somebody. And also there is one intangible thing that I wanted to mention before I close this video, is to have a group of people, a group of friends who are really inspiring and motivating you every step of the way, because it's going to be your group of people who will motivate you and keep you cheered up in your low days. So make sure that your bunch of people are always inspiring you. So this is it for today's video. I hope it was a little bit knowledgeable for you, and if it was, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.